Hey everyone, Ben here. I'm joined with
Daniel,
Daniel. Daniel is our
customer service manager.
yeah, but you do also do a little bit of tech work on the side as well.
I was in tech for a while before I got put in customer service.
Yeah, to
I'm
be in charge of me, right? Just to kind
yeah,
of
basically.
just a little no. We love Daniel. We are doing Tech Tuesday together because Tim, our senior tech, is out of town, but also because we want you to get some opportunity to meet everybody that works here at Aces and kind of give a little bit of introduction to make it feel just a little bit more personal and not so hands-offish. I think a lot of companies do a very good job of that. And you can actually speak to that a little bit. You've done a lot more work with other companies, and I'm not going to name names.
Yeah. So I've been with various companies over the years, and it's always good to put a name with a face and a voice with it. So it makes for more personable for our customers, and I've got big shoes to fill, but we're going to try our best at it.
No, we're going to do great. I love doing Tech Tuesdays. What I always say and what Tim and I say at the beginning is we do this for the people. For the people. So we will be doing this for the people. And they have actually given quite a bit of questionnaire feedback. I'm actually surprised at how quickly and rapidly the Tech Tuesday series, can I call it a series?
Yeah,
I guess it's a series.
Weekly series.
Yeah, has kind of taken off. And so I'm really excited to get into it and get going. So I guess without further ado, let's hop right into it. The first question is from B5S0. I'm sure this actually means
it probably means something.
But I'm just going to go ahead and say it. B5SOH5EOL5FOM. Is that like from a movie? Is that like a...
just if it means something, leave it in the comments for next time.
I'm actually very curious.
Yes.
I'm actually very curious what that means. So he asks, is there a plan to add more tuning resolution / features for the Jackpot systems via future updates? Also, could we start getting a change log for the software updates, both for the handheld and ECU and desktop software? Which is a really, really good question, especially considering people want to know what the updates are about. What we do change a lot of the software throughout the sometimes we'll even have 2, maybe 3 software updates in 2 weeks' time. And that's not even, for a lot of people, that's kind of a red flag, almost like a testing. Maybe this is a guinea pig type thing. Maybe we don't know, which isn't really the case.
No, it's not.
A lot of people actually, when they are when they're installing their system, they'll ask, do I need to update my software? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Actually, in most cases, whatever software your system comes with, you're good to go, unless you could do something else in the future.
We're all time looking at adding more features, especially in the advanced tuning software we've come out with, and I know Tim's done several videos on the follow in the fuel tables. But also, we're always looking for put new features and things out there for the Jackpot system, because as we know, the LS is one of the most popular platforms out there on the market. So yes, there's always plans in the future. We wouldn't be a viable company if we weren't looking to grow.
No, I agree. You also did tell me something about the software beforehand, at least as far as the change logs go. Earlier today.
So with that, we actually have been releasing our change logs. There's a Facebook group out there that you can join. It's the ACES Owners and Tech Questions, I do believe, Facebook page, that we actually post out the change log of what's changing in the software most of the time. As most of you know, we have released a new UI. It's kind of snazzy.
It's pretty awesome.
It's snazzy.
Actually. I really do like it.
I got excited because you can now, especially I run our systems. I'm actually a racer, so a lot of people don't know that. Drag racer. So it got me excited because we were doing, they enabled the fuel pressure and you can actually use the oil pressure too with our new transducer kit. But it's something so nice because we're always, trying to innovate and make our users happy with something new and something fresh, and making, of course, that customizable 7-inch is nice.
It's really nice. I love, my favorite color is red anyway, so I'm already biased. But it is a really cool setup. I do want to make a point just again that even if you have an older version of the software and your system runs just fine, then you have no reason to necessarily update it. It's more of like, I like to say, it's more of like a factory reset option. There are things that you can update the system and it will change. Like maybe some people have a running condition that they update the software and everything's good for. Or maybe we come out with something in the future. There are a lot of opportunities for growth in R&D. And so people will oftentimes, or when those things come out, they'll update their system and then hook up the new whatever it is. Exactly like what you said, the fuel transducer kit that allows you to do pressure for fuel and oil and boost. So that's really exciting. It's really cool.
Yeah. That's very cool. This is, it looks like John Corley 4506 asks, can you cover some of the accessories that can be used to hook up the throttle cables and throttle valve cables to the kill shot?
I don't know. That's you. Yeah. That's all you.
So basically we know that the kill shot will bolt onto most 4150 intakes. I will say we don't manufacture the brackets. I'm assuming that you're meaning like kickdown brackets for transmission, AOD, 700R4, things like that. They do make a various amount of brackets. I would say check with one of our partners like Summit Racing to get those. I have a bit aluminum one on my car that actually uses a GM cable, or it'll use a Moroso style cable that you can attach on the bottom of that. It comes with 2 brackets to where you can put your kickdown cable on the 700R4 or AOD. But we try to, with our linkage, try to put most hookups on there. But if it's not there, I've seen customer systems come in with brackets to make that work. So I have looked on Summit's website, and there's all kinds of brackets on there that will bolt to that throttle linkage to help with that. So I would say reach out to Summit Racing. There's so many applications out there, we wouldn't have time to go over all of them. But they're a really good resource when asking how to bolt those on.
I think the saying goes, if you make one, you have to make them all.
True.
And
that.
so the reason, my understanding is why we don't always do all of them or we don't make them is because of that principle.
Yes.
You make one, you have to do them all. And there's a lot. There is a lot out there. So, question 3. Can you please explain the Jackpot system a little more, the capability and the things to expect from the system and the limits as far as what it can control or do, and the most common problems you have had with the system? Thanks. I'm new to all the LS stuff. That was from Big Bug PO. 3FI or EFI, PO EFI.
Okay.
That's actually cool. I actually like
kind of cool
with the 3. Anyway, that's also a little bit more your speed. I mean, I know, but I'd rather hear it from the tech on the Tech Tuesday.
Gotcha. So Jackpot system, as you see, we've got our sheet metal.
Yeah, I didn't even. I forgot we were doing this.
Nice,
we got the Jackpot system here with the wiring harness, the O2 sensors, XYZ. Yeah.
Actually, nice thing and a little update. Haven't really talked about this a lot. Me and my wife are fixing to do a new project on a 72 Chevelle for her. Yeah. And it's going to be LS based.
Are you doing this? Are you doing
this
fabricated?
I'm going to do fabricated intake.
Let's go.
So basically, the Jackpot system is LS based. It's the most popular out there, as many know. The cool part about the LS system is it's so versatile. It's easy to install in most classic muscle cars and things like that. The thing that we see most of it is that people get wrong is in the injectors. They don't know what injectors they have. Our system, our wiring harness, takes what's called an EV6 style injector harness.
Aren't they high impedance as well?
High impedance, Pico injectors. But basically, that's the most popular. If you look out there, I believe there was somewhere around 10 to 12 different engines that come in with those. The EV1 style was only 4 or 5, and of course you have the Multec that has 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So the EV6 is the most compatible out there on the market. So we try to be compatible with everything.
Yeah.
What it's capable of is, we have drive-by cable, drive-by wire. So cable, of course, is pulling your throttle body.
Right.
Wire is computer controlled. It does require a certain pedal to work. So we have, if you call in, we can give you that part number. I don't have it readily available in front of me. But basically, you can have that pedal where the computer controls the throttle blade. The second thing that our system does, it controls 4L60 and 4L80 transmissions, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because what I'm looking into right now is buying a 5360 with a 4L80 or 4L60 behind it and just putting it all in there. So I'm going to put this system on. The beautiful about the top end kits is that it has our injectors are pre-calibrated. It has our map sensor. It's pre-calibrated.
Yeah.
All the stuff is there, so it makes it a lot easier to install for our customers.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it was pre-calibrated.
Yeah, so it's already in the ECU, so you can go in there. It comes with injectors, fuel rails, throttle body. This comes in two variations of 500 and 800 horsepower.
Yeah.
So very capable system. I do believe it's capable of boost. If you want to tune that, that's something you tune on your own.
Yep.
But basically, it's capable of running a host of LS engines and a host of different applications. One question we usually get a lot is people asking, well, is it compatible with my stock wiring harness gauges and things?
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
But hey, that's why we have that 5 and 7 inch handheld.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
And most fabricated intake, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm fairly certain that they all come with the 7-inch handheld anyway.
Yes, all the fabricated come with the 7-inch handheld. That way you have your GPS speedometer, you have your RPM gauge, all your vitals on your engine. It's very nice.
And there's quite a bit of tuning you can actually do with the handheld units themselves.
Yes.
Granted, I do appreciate the install the system, key on, and call it a day. I understand the want to do that, but many people, especially those who've been working with cars for 10, 20, I was talking to a guy who's been working on it for 45 years, and maybe that's you, but the case in point is that even if you did want to do more tuning stuff with our products, our software makes it, you can do it from the handheld pretty easily. We do have advanced tuning software,
correct,
but you don't need it really for most things that you're working with.
Correct.
And I think that's really cool and really special about our stuff.
The very thing special, I've dealt with other systems in the industry, is that, the 32-bit architecture of our ECUs, where it actually adjusts the VE tables in real time to where you don't have to go and actually apply that table to the stock VE table.
Right.
It does it on its own.
Right.
It's very versatile. And the beauty of it, like you said, Ben, is that you can go on the handheld and do a lot of tuning. And say, for instance, you're taking that trip down there, got the wife and kids out, ice cream, down at Sonic, whatever else, and you want this thing to, and you see a little bit of where it's stumbling a little bit, you can go in there and change that on the handheld. You don't have to carry a laptop with you. It's very nice.
Yeah, I love that. It's great. And Jackpot system comes with 2 O2 sensors.
Yes.
So you've got not more reliability, but I think a lot of people, especially when I've talked to, they like the aspect of having 2 O2 sensors instead of just one, even though you can run it with just one.
Yes, you can. So the beauty of 2 O2 sensors is you can tune from bank to bank. So when I say that, I mean the right hand bank of injectors versus the left hand. So it can adjust a little bit finer tune in there, and it can adjust. But like you said, if you have one of those guys that want something stock and looking and appearing, you can have that Y pipe with 1 O2 sensor in there. It'll adjust and call it a day.
Call it a day.
Most common issues we see with not the top-end kits, but just the harness and system in general is injector scaling. Like if not knowing what injectors you have and putting the wrong information, just feeding the system the wrong information. Putting the wrong map sensor information in. A big one that we've got out there right now is a lot of people have the 5.3 truck intakes, and sometimes our map sensor that's included does not fit their intake. That's the reason, and goes back to our software, it's the reason we've put a lot of the different map sensors in our system already that's pre-calibrated. But you can accomplish a lot with that. But the most things that we see is pretty much making sure that you have 24/1 engine, no DOD, no AFM. What I mean by that is no displacement on demand, no active fuel management, no variable valve timing, things like that. So we've seen that a little bit, but mostly just feeding the wrong information in the computer. Now, I will tell you, there are some things that we've seen that's kind of one-off, but I won't get into those. But that's feeding it the wrong information is going to make it for a bad running condition.
No, I agree. Not to say that 97% of issue is installer error, but I will say that with those being installer error or whatever, one thing that I love about Aces is, compared to just about any company on the market, especially in EFI, we have one of the best warranty policies in, it's not even close. You have an issue and you call in and hey, this happened. I don't know what happened. Can you explain how did this happen? And our policy takes care of that as quickly as possible. And it gets done. And it's not a waiting game. It's not on back order. It's not we take care of our customers probably better than 99% of those out there. And you can speak to that, actually.
Yeah. I take great pride being in customer service that we're not perfect by no means.
What do you mean?
But we strive our hardest to take care of our customers, make our customers feel like their issues being resolved. And like you said, warranty. There's day in, day out that we do RMAs for customers to where they can send their system in. If you have a problem updating the software, no problem, send it to us. We'll be glad to take care of that. And taking care of our customers, we want that reputation of, hey, those guys care. They'll take care of me. If I have issues, I can call in. It may take a little bit for us to get back with you, but we'll do our best to take care of a customer. Third gen C10.
He's commented on every single video.
I've watched his channel, so
really
kudos. Does the Jackpot have electric fan control and AC recognition? So back to Jackpot. Very, very common question we get with the Jackpot is the electric fans, how do I hook them up? They are triggered by a ground relay. So do not hook your fans directly to the wiring harness.
Why not, Daniel? Why not hook your fans directly to the wiring harness?
You'll get something called connect timeout.
And
it will fry the ECU. It'll backfeed into the system. But basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It's very easy. Look up ground triggered relay. Very easy to do. We actually have 2 of those ground relay triggers in our wiring harness. So you can set that in the handheld of what temperature. Recent update that we had to where you bring that temperature down when you want the fans to come on. So very good stuff. Also, does it have fan AC recognition? Yes, we have orange wire. It says AC on it. That basically you connect to your AC compressor. Once it realizes it has 12 volts on that particular wire, it will change the map readings and the fuel tables to where it'll compensate for that load.
Hey everybody, thanks again for watching Tech Tuesdays. If you do have questions about our systems, maybe it's a Jackpot, kill shot, maybe our multi-port injection system, that's something we got to go over, by the way. We need to talk about that. But maybe that's for another video. Ask away in the comments down below. Leave a like if you like the video, and share it with any of your friends, people who might be interested or may have questions. So we love to do this, and we really love Tech Tuesdays. It's been a hit so far. So we will see you guys in the next video. And again, thanks for watching.